We work with clients who are experiencing illness or disability and get them back to work to whatever their maximum function ability is.
Vocational rehabilitation, or sometimes we call it VR, it's a set of services, and they're designed to help people with varying disabilities prepare for, obtain, or maintain employment.
There's a lot of things to do, starting from assessment. We meet them where they're at. If they need some training, if they need, they have a lot of challenges, if you've been out of work for quite a while. So, we tailor rehab programs, rehab plans for each case. They all have unique needs, and I don't think I've ever done a rehab plan in my whole life that's been the same. And most of the time, it encompasses things like, technical skills, upgrading technical skills. One of the other things that, we use is part-time, encouraging employers to hire them part-time.
In my position, I work with the claims examiners in finding potential claimants that may be eligible for early return to work. So we are able to look at their medical documentation to see exactly what they have going on, whether it be mental or physical, and we see if we can help accommodate them get to work earlier than what is expected by their doctor. A lot of times doctors, they're not thinking about how we may be able to assist this person with accommodations to get back to work. So that's where we come in.
I did a 4-year undergrad degree in psychology, and I did a graduate master's program in science and education, specifically in rehabilitation counseling. And then there's also certification that we have to upgrade like every 5 years by taking 100 credit hours, like continuing education, in order to maintain our national certification as rehabilitation counselors.
So I think first and foremost, our impact is the income replacement, right? Income replacement for individuals in their most challenging time. And then in addition to that, we are able to provide them with return to work programs that can actually help them get back to work safely without re-injuring themselves. They can regain their financial independence, get back to being self-sufficient because of our comprehensive model, right? We have a claims, clinical, vocational model, which really helps us really individualize return to work programs for our claimants and help them get back to work.
The biggest thing that I find is people's lack of confidence. So you imagine that maybe you've been in a career for 20 years, you feel like you have it down pat, and then all of a sudden you have this life-changing situation happen, and you have to go into a completely new role, completely new field. That's terrifying for most people. It provokes anxiety, and they don't necessarily recognize that they have those skills to go into another role. So what I am is I look at myself as their personal cheerleader. I am there highlighting their strengths. I am talking to them about what their interests are. And so many people don't think about that those interests and hobbies are a direction we can go in, So we look at what can they do, we cheerlead them the entire time, and what their interests are. And we always find something that fits with them and that they can manage to support themselves, paying their bills, taking care of their family. It's really fun.
I think the biggest challenge in every single job I've had doing this is when an individual has gaps in employment. Employers, they hire people that are already working. That's the trend. It seems to have always been the trend. And that's a big challenge. A lot of it is the same. They've been in one singular occupation, maybe a limited education, and then they have a disabling condition on top of that. The challenges keep me motivated and engaged here. What keeps me motivated, again, is watching the impact on people's lives.
When I really think about future of vocational rehab, right? Everything is changing. I think we are in the age of transformation, right? Almost so how we do work, where we do work, and what we do, everything is changing. So basically what happens with the future of work rehab is that we as work rehab specialists will need to keep on top of the changing trends in the world, right? So we need to make sure that we are preparing individuals for the new skills that are required for the jobs that are out in the labor market. Also giving them the skills to work from anywhere. It could be remote, it could be gig work that people are doing for flexibility. Basically what we are really looking at is the transformation of world of work, as I like to say it typically. So in future, we're going to have to stay abreast of changes in assistive technology, the AI tools that are available, data analytics that we can use. What this is going to help us do is really help our claimants in learning the new skills that are required for working in this changing world. Then again, predictive data analysts, when we work with them, predictive models that we can create. So is this going to be the right career match for somebody? They are going to enjoy working in it, not get burnt out. We'll have the opportunity to even streamline the vocational programs that we are giving, we are creating, because we have that real-time data coming in, from a data analyst perspective. The AI tools, right? So we can now actually streamline career counseling, career choices, job search. So I think that's going to be another area that we're probably going to have to keep our skills going, and really excited about those changes.
The thing that keeps me motivated is going to be a little bit different than everyone else. I am proof that it works. I went through Voc Rehab Services and it completely transformed my life. And I fell in love with this occupation and wanted to do this and help others and help them find it. So every time I get worried, am I going to be able to help this person? Am I losing motivation? I look at myself. I am proof that it works. I have the most fulfilling career now. And so that's really how I remain motivated.
I think the biggest thing that makes me passionate about it is helping people. I work with a diversity of people from all different paths in life. It could be somebody very young. It could be somebody, older, that they've come to a point in their life that they're not sure where to go and what to do. And I'm able to be that director and that path that they can find that independence again that they thought they might have lost.
This field, period, really humbles you. And for myself, I should say, you start to work with individuals and you see like, hey, I take a lot for granted that I'm able to just get up and do. And it may be something as simple as bending over and picking up a piece of paper that may be on the ground, where you may speak to an individual who hasn't done that in 6 months and isn't sure when they may do that again. So being able to give them some insight on ways that, we may be able to help, or they may be able to have access to, finding out better ways of getting physical therapy and helping them achieve that goal is, for me, that's something that I take pride in. And you can hear it in their voices, and it makes you happy. So, I definitely enjoy that part of the job and what we're able to do.
I think basically teamwork and collaboration is something that we really do well together.
I would say that one word would be service.
It's not one word. We change lives. That's 2 words.
Empowerment. We are there rooting these people on, and we are their biggest supporter, because some people have nobody in their corner. I want to be that person.
I would probably say supportive.
What really jumps out to me, Jennifer, from the very beginning is the word inclusion, right?
For me, it is advocating.
If you're truly into this to do what you feel like you're supposed to do, and for me that's service, it'll show.
I love what I do, and I love the way it helps people. That motivates me.
Being able to help somebody get back or redefine themselves, especially after a significant event that may have taken away their original capabilities or original work. So I think that's one of the most impactful things.
I like the fact that I am helping people. I like the fact that I'm working with a lot of people who do not realize what resources are out there.
It's rewarding in the sense that you are helping somebody who's going through a really tough time in their life, whether it be acute or chronic, and you're helping them rediscover themselves. You know, maybe they couldn't do what they were doing before, but now you're helping them rediscover a new way to work and be productive and be part of the working world again. So it's really rewarding to have that, you know, and that knowing that you've helped them accomplish that.
Because you give an opportunity to people that nobody else is giving, and they can do amazing things. Disability doesn't mean you're disabled from life. It's a situation. It's not a way of being.
I think that experience is what helped me grow as a counselor, you know, knowing that people can overcome challenges.
I had a professor once that said, you know, vocational counselors are in the business of giving hope. And that's kind of been my North Star for where I want to be as a vocational rehabilitation specialist. Somebody who can offer hope and can offer, you know, a realistic standpoint to help somebody get to where they need to get.